Hey guys, this is going to be a little video. I probably should have prepared for this more because some people might want a whole bunch of specs and a whole bunch of whatnot about this rifle. But really, it's very basic, okay? This is going to be my completed USMC M4 clone video, okay? I finally got my optic back in. My Trijicon, which I made a video of that before and I took it down. There was some stuff in it that I didn't want out. I didn't realize was in there until a friend of mine, actually my sister, told me about it. So I took that video down. This is going to kind of replace that video, but also talk about the completion of this clone. So y'all see my poor man's clone, and I mentioned, I don't know if it was in that video or another video, that I would be building a real clone, and this is it. So enough of that. I'm going to angle this down a little bit so you can kind of see, and I'll hold it up. This is my completed M4 clone, all right? This started out, swing around this side so you can see. This started out as this is a real Colt, okay? What was it, an OEM, they make like an OEM 1 and an OEM 2. Basically, one of them has the front sight block, the other one has a low profile gas block. Okay, and basically all that comes with it is everything that makes the rifle function. So no furniture, no optic, no butt stock. It does have a pistol grip because you have to have that detent for your safety. It had a muzzle device, just a regular AT bird cage, not this one. Remember, I did a video on this guy. It didn't come with this extra little swing swivel, but basically everything stock about a Colt came on this gun. Okay, no handguards at all, like it was just the barrel. So then arms list, my favorite place to go, that and aim surplus. I don't know why, but the places just seem to have great deals. I got this off arms list from somebody in Oregon, I think, and I paid well below 50-60 bucks less than what most people were asking for. I don't know why the guy sold it that cheap, but it was cheap, and it came with all of this stuff. Okay, it came with the hand guards, or the rail covers, and the broom handle. So that was really cool. That came off there, and then I got this little guy. What did I get him? I think I got him off arms list too. So I got him off arms list, and actually, yeah, I kind of forgot. This barrel did not come, and as you can see, I'll show you this barrel. This barrel is a Colt, and it appears to be unfired. It was advertised as unfired, as Colt marked MP 556 NATO 1 and 7. And this is the 14.5-inch barrel, okay? The one that came with the rifle, like I said, it had a regular bird cage. It was a 16-inch. So I got a pretty good deal on this barrel. Again, it was below market value, and it appears new, which is great. So I was able to get the correct one because I told myself, on the poor man's clone, I cut down the barrel myself, which is fine for a cheap gun. But the money I was throwing at this thing, even though I got good deals on different stuff, when you add it all up, it's a pretty penny. So I'm not gonna take a Dremel or a saw or whatever and chop down this barrel. I was gonna get the right one. So anyway, that being said, it does have the correct barrel for the M4. No frills about anything else really. The butt stock, or the collapsible stock, I got that off a guy on Gunbroker, and I think he fleeced me a little bit. Probably paid more than I needed for. I could have got like a B5. Could have got a good stock. I could have got a nice stock, but this is just a mil-spec stock, and as you can see, I watched, who is it? Chris, I can't pronounce his last name, Baratochi, whatever. He does some of the small arms channel. I think that's his channel. He does awesome videos on military rifles. He's probably forgotten more than half of us will ever learn about firearms. You know, that he's one of those. He seems to be like one of those kind of guys. Never met him in person, just seen his videos and stuff. Seems to be great. But one thing he mentioned is when you have this, it's almost like a blank that's in these stocks. That these are not the actual ones that are going to be going to the military for whatever reason. But if you look down in there, I don't know if you can be able to see or read it. It has the cage code 13629 or something like that. 136. Yep, it's got the cage code, so it is a Colt. Whether or not this is the exact kind our military folks got, I don't know. I forgot to look at mine. I don't remember. I don't know. I did not look at mine and see what mine actually was. I have no idea. Maybe it was like this before. I don't know. But anyway, that's what's going on there. So this is just a stock kind of. I don't know why I keep emphasizing that. It's not really stock because it has the handguard on it. Anyway, other than that, we got our another arms list. Having a brain fart. Our optic on here, our Trijicon. I think this is I have it written down, a TA31F. Okay, so this is not technically the correct optic for this rifle. Everything is good on it except for that the reticle on the inside, which is very close. It is the red chevron. Okay, it does have the tritium and all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't have, I can't even remember what they're for, but there's some extra lines on the left and right of the main reticle. I never used them. You're supposed to use it for people walking or people running at distance, and you can lead them and shoot. The likelihood of me ever doing that with this rifle is so small, I'm not even gonna go there. Okay, but other than that, this scope was good. When I got it though, I checked it, and the tritium was expired. I believe it was built in 2007 or something like that. So it's not a new scope by any means. But it was still under warranty. The tritium was still under warranty. So I sent it back to Trijicon. They replaced the tritium and all that for free. However, the back of the glass back here, it was scratched up, and I could see through it. As you can tell, this thing is beat the snot up. Okay, it has seen better days. Even the serial number on there. I mean, I could go ahead and show you. If you can read that, go for it. Like, you can read all but like the last number. Okay, and I don't know if you can really see that very well. That last number is up in the air. I can't tell what the world it is. I don't remember what I told Trijicon it was, but I told them, and I mean it's a real. I was kind of worried at first that maybe I got ripped off on this thing, but anyway, they replaced that back part, the glass back there, about $100 or something like that, which I really didn't want to spend that. Probably could have gone with not doing it, but in my eyes, this should be good to go. After that, all done. I should never have to mess with it again because it has a brand new the fiber optic, because that was all cracked up. They replaced that for free, and then the tritium on the inside, they replaced that. So this should be good to go for the rest of however long I'm going to use it. Okay, in all intents and purposes, this thing is new, functionally, and new to me. Okay, except for the outside looking beat up, and that's fine by me. Anyway, that is kind of a quick little overview. If you're going to be building an M4 clone and you're going to be trying to do it true to spec, you know, like a Colt, not like my poor man's M4 clone kind of thing, where yeah, that thing cost maybe $450. You probably could have bought several of those for the price of this. I haven't shot this yet. One thing I will say is this thing is so freaking smooth. Okay, and I hear people talk about that when they talk about BCMs and, you know, higher end rifles and just different stuff. And they're like, it's so smooth. I'm like, you're right, whatever. Rifle's a rifle. Well, not really. And there's no way to tell on video, but when you take the poor man's version and you rack it, and then you take this guy and you rack it, oh my word, it's night and day difference. You can tell there's definitely a difference in the spring. And this thing is just, it feels like it's sliding on butter. I don't know why. It feels so smooth. And I don't know. This is my only name brand rifles. All my other ARs are like they're Palmetto State or they're Anderson, and then I got another just random lower out there. So all of those, and any rifle that I've built and any rifle that I've ever had, and I don't remember my military one being this smooth. It could have been, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. But it's just smooth, especially compared to that other guy. But I have not fired these yet. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to go out and fire this now that I have it all set up and the way to go, and I'm not putting any backup iron sights on this. It seems like a rabbit trail, but yeah, I'm not gonna put one on back here. I slid my optic back a little bit. The one I had in the Marine Corps at one point in time, let's say 85 to 90% of the time, I did not have any backup iron sights. I showed up one time and they had installed backup iron sights on it. I was like, oh, that's great. Never use it, but fine, whatever. As long as you have these things tightened down with some Loctite or something to keep these from coming out, because they will come out over time. They will. I've seen that happen. I'm not anticipating ever having to need backup iron sights on this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna get this guy out and get her dirty. You know, get some bullets through it, see how she prints and stuff like that. Looking through this scope. Okay, and it's a 4x38. And the knockoff version is supposed to be a 4x38. Is definitely not. It's not a 1 power, I wouldn't say, but it is not a full power. When you put this thing up to your eye, Trijicon's just outstanding quality just blows up in your face, because it's like, it's so crisp all the way around. When you're looking at a target, right, and then you bring the rifle up, I don't know how to explain it, but you know, like when you're looking at a target and you bring the rifle up to your eye, the reticle is aiming at what you're looking at. With that other one, it's weird. You look at your target, you raise your rifle up, and it's off target. I bore sighted it. Wow. I bore sighted it, and it appears to be pointing at what it's pointing at, but you can tell the optic. It's weird. It is offset on the knockoff one, not this one. It's offset a little bit. So anyway, I'll probably do a comparison to this one and the other one. That's the whole idea of why I got both of them. Not the whole idea, but that's kind of the idea. So we'll see how they stack up against each other. Right now, with no bullets being fired out of either one, this guy definitely wins. First of all, with a scope, because the clarity is outstanding. And then second of all, just that smoothness of operations. It's just like butter. It's nice, okay? But we'll see. Long term, we'll see. How long will I keep both of them? This one, hopefully, I'll be keeping forever. I don't know if I'll end up selling the other one and funding another build or whatever, but I'd really like to run it into the dirt, you know, to see how much it can really take, because it's a Palmetto State, and I mean everything but the lower receiver. I kind of think it'd go pretty far, but I want to see how it works. Anyway, I hope I didn't bore y'all to death. Some of y'all were talking to me about, you know, you need to change that optic on your other rifle, or on your clone. Like, it looks good besides that knockoff cheap clone scope. Well, that's the whole point. The whole rifle was cheap. The whole thing was cheap. Okay, this guy was not cheap. This guy, far as I know, everything that I could look up and everything I could remember from my rifle, minus a sling. I don't have a sling on here, but other than that, this thing is true to spec. Okay. So, shoot me some comments, show me some love, show me some hate. Let me know what you think, and I will try to get some range videos. It's kind of hard going out there and doing range videos. I do have access to that range now, and we hopefully will be doing a lot more stuff out there, and not just out there, but doing accuracy and just different kind of stuff, testing ammo. This stuff here, I'll be taking this out tomorrow. This is tubeless 75 grain, and it has shot surprisingly well. I have got to say, for the cheapness of that ammo, it actually shoots pretty well. But it's going to take some time. You can't go out in one outing and be like, oh, okay, I got all the experience in the world now. Well, no, not really. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed that. Like I said, give me some comments. Let me know what you think. And stay tuned for the next video. All right, y'all take care, and I'll see you in the next video.